So what's good, everyone? This is Artist of Truth coming to you with another vlog, and I'm going to keep this short because it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm still on edge. I need to lay down, go to sleep, but I really got this on my mind, and I need to talk about it with you all. So let me explain something to you. I was just listening to a sister that goes by the name of Ebonii K. Williams. All right, she was talking on the Breakfast Club about melanated people not voting, and that we took our foot off the gas. We left our post, and we need to get back to where we used to be. And to me, I'm not even gonna lie. As far as voting, and I understand there's going to be some people they're not going to agree with what I'm saying, but you will hear my point, and it will resonate on you. All right, so she's talking about we took our foot off the gas. We need to get back to where we used to be. And to me, getting back to where we used to be was problematic. All right? Because she states that us suppressing our votes is problematic. And you, Sister Ebonii Williams, feels we need to get back to where we used to be. So that means we got to go backwards. So I'm like, okay. Which I honestly don't believe that. That, to me, is not sufficient. Because what our elders fought for, and even voted for, because mind you, black, melanated people weren't allowed to really vote until what, 1965? Somewhere around that time? Okay. So, do a little history here. Back in like 1921, there was a Black Wall Street. Black Wall Street, very, very powerful economic city that was just blossoming. And you know what? If it wasn't for these racist Neanderthals, if it wasn't behind a white woman, I'm pretty damn sure the Black Wall Street would exist, would still be standing to this day. As a matter of fact, it probably would have expanded across several state lines, if you really want my honest opinion. But I say that to make this valid point. They weren't even allowed to vote. No Democrats, no Republicans. They weren't even allowed to vote. And you know what that meant? They were self-sufficient. They built with their own people. They did business with their own people. They shopped, ate, and bought whatever supplies they needed from their own people. It didn't have anything to do with Republican or Democrat, because hey, they couldn't vote at the time, right? But they managed to thrive and have something very, very powerful that still leaves a mark in the history books today. Still leaves a mark. So getting back to Ebonii Williams and her point of us not voting, her and Brother Charlemagne the God, saying, X, Y, and Z, the number of melanated people did not go out and vote, and this is why we are stuck with the 45th and I'm like, look here. Either way, Republican or Democrat, we still would have been fucked. You know what happened? Look here, let me just throw something out there. Ever since we were allowed to go out and vote, when our people were allowed to go out and vote, what drastic change did you ever see another version of the Wall Street ever being created? No. You know why? Because at that point, we became so codependent on daddy government taking care of us that it was like, why we need to have our government taking care of us. But this is the same government that has fucked over our people for so damn long. This is the same government that had Dr. King assassinated. And then they turned around and erected a holiday as in, we honor and remembrance of Dr. King. But this is the same government that conspired to have him killed, and they did. So, Charlemagne the God, Ebonii Williams, I really and truly need you all to really and truly think about what you're saying. Pushing us out there to go out there and vote. What change has that really brought us? And even individuals who are jumping out there saying, I'm a black man, I'm a black woman, and I'm gonna stand for my people, and I'm gonna get into this White House, or I'm gonna get into the Senate, Congress, legislature, whatever part of the branch they're talking about getting into, and they're gonna create laws. They're gonna change things around. They're gonna change things and make things great for us. And you know what happened? Nothing. These same individuals think they're going to walk into someone else's house and change the layout, the dynamics of how they have things strategically laid out. You think you're going to go up in there and change all that? That's not your house. That's not your house, nor is that your position to go up in there and try and change everything. Oh yeah, you can voice your opinion all day about you wanting to change A, B, and C, but shit, at the end of the day, X, Y, and Z is the last say so. So if you think for 1 minute you're gonna go in there and change stuff, if some of our people have already been in there for over 30, 40 some damn years, and you're still looking at the same bullshit, you're still looking at inequality, still dealing with racism, police brutality, economic depression, oppression. It's like nothing has really changed. Nothing has really changed. So before you jump out there and tell someone, they need to go out here, you need to go out here and vote. You need to go out here and vote. You can change these laws, A, B, and C, and everything. I'm like, yeah, okay. I hear you. Okay, so what happened 20 years ago? What happened 20 years ago? Because there was someone that looked just like you that was saying the same shit that you were saying. And nothing changed. They were complaining about the issues that even today that we're still complaining about today. So for all you individuals that are out there talking about, damn, vote, you sound like a broken record. The only way change is going to come is each individual has to be willing to want that change. All of us collectively have to want it. All of us collectively. And it doesn't have shit to do with Republicans or Democrats. We have to want it for ourselves. You want change bad enough, you can get out there and get the change that we so humbly are overdue for. But getting out here listening to these other individuals, these are political figureheads and whatnot. They do all that good. They are willing to tell you a portion of the truth, but they're not going to tell you all of the truth, because that's too much like right. That is too much like right. Again, we have some of the most articulate individuals who are actually political figureheads, and they've been, hey, they've been part of the government. They've been part of this Congress or Senate, whatever. They've been a part of it for so many years. But then, you're still looking at the same shit our elders were dealing with, even when they were granted rights to vote. Still dealing with these issues. So what does that tell you? We got to stop. And we have to find another alternative. And that alternative is we have to build together. So in the meantime, in between time, while these fools up there talking about voting, remember what I'm talking about right now. Peace to the gods.